Hey guys, I am Nikisha from Canada Immigration TV. In this video I'm going to talk about how to maximize your Express Entry CRS score if you are aged 30 or over. If you are interested in learning more about this topic, please watch this video all the way to the end. For the most recent immigration news and updates, please like and share to this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel by hitting the subscribe button icon of the notification bell. The main immigration route into Canada is Express Entry. When individuals submit an Express Entry application to come to this country, those who are qualified are ranked using a point system known as the Comprehensive Ranking System, CRS. The Canadian Experience Class, CEC, the Federal Skilled Workers Program, FSWP, and the Federal Skilled Trades Program are the three programs included in the Express Entry Application Management System. Immigration, Refugees, and Citizenship Canada, IRCC, uses the CRS, a points system, to rank applicants who wish to immigrate to Canada through any of these three programs, FSTP. The CRS begins by evaluating the attributes that the Canadian government refers to as basic human capital criteria, which include age, education, first language proficiency, in either English or French, second language proficiency, in either English or French, and Canadian job experience. For these purposes, the first factor on the list above age will be our main emphasis. For Express Entry candidates between the ages of 20 and 29, Canada's CRS system awards the most age points, 100. The points you obtain in the age category will gradually drop each year if you are 30 or older, 95 points for an applicant aged 30, 90 points for a 31-year-old applicant, and so forth. Candidates who are 45 years of age or older receive no points under the CRS's age category. Thankfully, just because a candidate is 30 or older does not mean their Express Entry dreams are finished. If they are applying at or after age 30, there are various ways future Express Entry candidates can increase their CRS score. Strategy 1. Getting a provincial nomination through a Provincial Nominee Program, PNP. Receiving a nomination through one of the Express Entry-linked Improved Provincial Nominee Program streams in Canada is one way for applicants to raise their CRS score. In fact, gaining a provincial nomination through a PNP is the greatest approach to optimize a CRS score and get invited to apply for Canadian permanent residency because it can add an extra 600 points to the applicant's score. All Canadian provinces and territories, with the exception of Quebec and Nunavut, have PNPs, which are used by each region to nominate applicants for permanent residents who are interested in relocating to that region. There are currently over 80 national PNP streams open to potential Canadian immigrants across Canada's 11 PNPs. This is done to spread the benefits of immigration across the country, especially given that Ontario, British Columbia, and Quebec have historically received a disproportionate share of Canadian immigration. A candidate for Express Entry who applies to a PNP and is invited to do so can then apply and obtain a provincial nominee certificate. They can then upload their certificate to their Express Entry profile to receive the 600 CRS points that are available. Once more, doing so will almost certainly result in their receiving a request to submit a Canadian permanent residency application. Strategy 2. Getting a job offer. Applying through Express Entry while holding a legitimate job offer that is in writing and includes all job requirements, such as compensation, duties, and employment conditions, is another approach for applicants to increase their CRS score. This tactic is actually one of the finest ways to raise a candidate's CRS score because candidates who have a legitimate work offer can raise their CRS score by 50 or 200 points, depending on the role. Strategy 3. Evaluating work experience. The CRS score of a candidate can be raised in a number of different ways through work experience. First of all, a candidate can raise their score by gaining more work experience. Moreover, applicants can benefit much from properly describing their current work experience. Strategy 4. Improving language ability. Another essential component of CRS scores that belongs to the category of basic human capital variables is language proficiency. To assess an applicant's skill in English and French, the larger category of language is divided into first language ability and second language ability. Any express entry application must include this section because it can contribute a large amount of points to an applicant's CRS score. A single applicant may receive between 128 and 136 points for language proficiency, which is measured by how well they can write, read, speak, and listen. More on this later. The language category's capacity to count for points across numerous sections makes it useful for boosting CRS scores as well. More specifically, language as a distinct component of the CRS may be evaluated for points under the following four broad categories: additional variables, spousal factors, if relevant, human capital considerations, and skills transferability. Furthermore, a candidate's CRS score can be raised by combining language with other elements like education. An applicant who has completed a post-secondary program certification for 1 or more years and whose first language has at least one ability at the Canadian Language Benchmark, CLB, 7 can earn 13 CRS points. Example, a candidate can score 50 CRS points if they have 2 or more post-secondary degrees, at least one of which is from a program that lasted at least 3 years. Strategy 5. Strengthening educational credentials. Another core human capital factor is education, which can contribute 200 to 50 points to the CRS score depending on where the applicant obtained their diploma, inside Canada or outside of Canada. As a result, candidates can increase their express entry CRS score by getting extra qualifications, such as a second degree or an educational credential assessment, ECA, for a current degree. Strategy 6. Considering using spouse as the principal applicant. Express entry candidates occasionally discover that their spouse or common law partner has a higher CRS score. It may be wise to think about switching the primary applicant and the dependent spouse or common law partner in circumstances like this. If you have not subscribed, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to click on that notifications bell icon. See you soon in next new immigration update.